Hello, this is my informative speech and this is my audience. Okay. Cats are curious, affectionate, cute, and loving. But more than anything, cats are killers. Gregory Andrews, National Commissioner of Threatened Species, told the Sydney Morning Herald that feral cats are the single biggest threat to Australia's native wildlife. This speech will inform you about feral cats in Australia. Today I'm going to talk about how cats came to be in Australia, how feral cats are affecting native wildlife in Australia, and what steps Australia is taking to rid themselves of their feral cat problems. Feral cats are wild cats that live independently from humans. They are descended from domestic cats that became stray at some point. There are various theories as to how cats came to be in Australia. According to the article, How Did Cats Get to Australia on treehugger.com, states that one theory suggests that cats first arrived during the 19th century sailing vessels where they served as mousers and companions. Another theory suggests that they arrived with the European explorers in the late 18th century. Yet another theory suggests that they accompanied the Malaysian fishermen in the 17th century. According to BMC Evolutionary Biology website, feral cats arrived with the Europeans in the 19th century during the pearling, whaling, and sealing trades. Researchers analyzed genetic samples from 269 Australian feral cats from 6 mainland, 7 island locations to explore evolutionary history and dispersal patterns. Now that you know how feral cats arrived to Australia, I am going to talk about how feral cats are affecting native wildlife in Australia. According to environment.gov.au, feral cats threaten the survival rate of over 100 native species in Australia. Feral cats have already contributed to the extinction of over 20 Australian mammals. Some of those include the rusty nimbat, the desert bandicoot, the broad-faced potoroo, and the crescent nail-tailed wallaby. On Smithsonian.com, John Warnarski states that on average, a single feral cat kills 225 reptiles each year. There were many examples where single cats binged on lizards, with a record of 40 individual lizards in a single cat's stomach. Researchers used this data to establish that the feral cat population, which now totals between 2 and 6 million, gobbles up about 596 million cats per year. According to TheGuardian.com, 316 million birds are killed by feral cats annually, 99% of which 99% of which are native to Australia. 338 native species are killed. 71 of those are threatened species. Wired.com states that cats are making Australia's bushfire tragedy even worse. Cats are attracted to bushfire burn scars where they hunt wounded survivors with merciless impunity. In one study, researchers attached collar cameras to 13 cats where they recorded 101 hunting events, 32 of which were successful. The kill rate is equivalent to 7.2 victims per cat per 24 hours. And a quarter of that time, the hunters did not even eat their prey. Now that you know how cats are affecting native wildlife in Australia, I am going to talk about what steps Australia is taking to rid themselves of their cat problems. According to WashingtonPost.com, the Australian government announced that they intend to kill more than 2 million feral cats by 2020 through trapping, shooting, poisoning, and one council even offered a cat scalp bounty. LifeScience.com states that It is raining sausages in Australia. The poisonous payloads are packed with kangaroo meat. They're seasoned with spices and chicken fat, and they also contain a deadly chemical, sodium fluoroacetate. The poisonous chemical is found in Australian plants, which occurs naturally. The, the compound is lethal to cats and that other non-native carnivores, but will not harm those species that are native to Australia, which have already uh, developed an immunity to the toxin. According to BusinessInsider.sg, baiting is not the only method. Guard dogs have been employed to Guard dogs have been employed to help protect native species in Australia. Professional trappers and shooters are hunting cats with crossbows. Gregory Gregory Daniels told CNN.com, "We are not culling cats for the sake of it. We are not doing so because we hate cats. We have to make a choice to save the animals that we love, the animals that define us as a nation." I just talked about feral cats in Australia. I shared how feral cats first arrived in Australia, how feral cats are affecting native wildlife in Australia, and what steps Australia is taking to rid themselves of their feral cat problems. Sorry, cat lovers, don't beat the messenger, but in some places, cats are officially considered an invasive species. Thank you.